Hello everyone, welcome to Fame World Educational Hub. Myself Aishwarya Saxena, and this is the channel on which you are watching this particular video. We are working on the Java series, and I hope you have watched the other lectures till now. I hope you have checked the playlist section and you are in the WhatsApp group of Fame World Educational Hub. If not, then you can just check the description for the link of the WhatsApp group, and you can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook with the same name, Fame World Educational Hub. Coming back to the content, so today I am going to discuss about the tokens in Java. When we are talking about tokens, so in the case of any language, there are some components. So tokens are basically the very smallest components in Java, and the name here to the components is given token. A token is the smallest element of the program that is meaningful to the compiler. Means the compiler or the interpreter even or any translator whichever we are using. So it will understand whatever we are typing just because tokens are already defined. So they are very smallest element and every program is created with the help of the combination of the tokens. So the tokens can be classified as follows. You can see keywords, identifiers, constants, special symbols and operators. These are the 5 different types of token in Java. So I request you to take some notes because it will be really helpful for you to keep these things in your mind, and these are really very important as a point of view of examination also. Now coming towards the keyword. When we talk about the keywords are the predefined or the reserved words in the programming language. So basically, keywords are the words which are basically having some specific meaning in the context of the language, which is already having some meaning. So we cannot use any keyword as a variable. Each keyword is meant for performing some specific function in the program. Since keywords are reserved names for the compiler, they cannot be used as a variable name because by doing so we are trying to assign a new meaning to the keyword, which is not so far allowed. So we cannot use the keyword as a variable. If we will use that, compiler will raise some error. We cannot use the keywords as the variable. We cannot use for a variable. We have to take different variables like a, b, c, sum, difference, whatever we are doing. The relevant meaning we have to take in the variable also. But in the case of keywords are reserved words. It's already having some meaning. There are basically 51 keywords in Java and 49 of them are in use. So the list of keyword I have shared this link. I will share this link in the description also. I'm going to show you from here. So let's open it. So you can see this link I will share in the description also. You can just search on the Google also for the keywords of Java, but I will share it with you so it will be easier for you to understand things and to get it from my side. You can see that the list of keywords are available here. Okay, I have just zoomed it. So you can see about the keywords it's written and all the keywords like 51 keywords are there, and you can see that the complete list is here. You can just take the note of it if you require. Like it would be easier for you to learn the things for the objectives and for your program like questions also. These type of things come. So you should take some note of this. I'm not going to give the definitions, the complete definition in the PPT, but yes, I have just shared it here, the link, and I will also share it in the description for you to take it for yourself. So you can see that complete list with the definition are given, and there are 49 keywords which are in use, and const and goto are not in use. So they are reserved for the future use. They are not currently being used. True, false and null look like keyword, but in actual they are literals. So literals are basically constants. We will talk about it also. But yes, true, false and null are not the keywords basically. They are literals. So these are the things you can see. These are the different keywords and list of keywords. Now coming back to the PPT. So the next thing, like I have discussed about the keywords and also shown you the list of keywords, and I will share it in the description, the link, so it will be easier for you to get it. And now coming towards the identifier. So you can see the second token is identifier. So identifier is basically which is providing the identity to some like it's a variable. If you take the variables, they are identifier. The name of the classes are the identifiers. The name of the methods are the identifiers. And keywords are not used as an identifier. So they are not basically the identifier. But yes, when we are working on when we are working, you can just take some name of variable. Suppose I am taking int a, int sum. So sum is an identifier because it is providing some identity. The name of the class, if you are taking class addition, so that name is identity to that class. Similarly, if we are taking get value, set value, the name of method, so basically what is that? That is identity, that is an identifier. So basically the names which we provide to the class, method or variable are the identifiers. These are user defined names. Identifiers are basically user defined. So basically we are defining the name and we are providing the identity, consisting of an arbitrary long sequence of letters and digits with either a letter or underscore as the first character. So in the case of variables, if we are talking, so we cannot we cannot use special symbols in the case of name of variable, or you can say identifier. But yes, if we want to use any, then we can use underscore at the beginning. But in the case of a name of variable, or you can say identifier, we cannot take special symbols there. Identifier name must differ in spelling and case from any keyword, so it should not match with the keywords also. You cannot use keywords as identifier as they are reserved for some special use. So keywords cannot be used as an identifier. Once declared, you can use the identifier in later, like in the program, to refer to the associated values. So the variables or the methods which we are creating, those are basically the identifiers. We can just use them further also in the program. A special kind of identifier called a statement label can be used in GoTo. So GoTo is basically reserved for the future use, but yes, with the GoTo also we can just use some label, and that is also the identifier only. Now the third one, that is the constant, or we can say literals. So when we are talking about some constant values or the literals are the things that we are not going to change. So constants cannot be changed as it is already named as constant. In Java, we also call the constant as literal. So, but the only difference is that the value cannot be modified by the program once they are declared. Like variables can be changed, or you can say identifiers can be changed. Like I am saying a equals to 5. In the same program, we can just change the value of a to 7 also. We can just say c equals to 0, but in further lines we can say c equals to a plus b. So the value of c will be changed. But in the case of constant, we cannot change the values of constant. Suppose you can see in the case of Java, final keyword is used to declare a variable as constant. So if we want to declare a variable as constant in the case of Java, final keyword is there. In C++, const keyword is there. But in the case of Java, final keyword is used to making the value of a variable as constant. Like you can see, in the example I have taken double pi. So pi is a variable, pi is a variable, pi, and double is the data type. Final keyword I am taking to make the value of pi as constant. As you can see, pi is an identifier, that is just a variable, and 3.14 we can change. But because I am using final, so if I will try to change the value of this pi, it cannot be changed throughout the program. So this is the meaning of constant or literals. So to make the values constant in the case of Java, we can use final keyword with any variable name. Now coming towards the special symbols in Java. So special symbols are used in Java and having some special meaning. So brackets, parentheses, braces, comma, semicolon, asterisk, assignment operators like equal symbol. So these all are some special symbols in the case of Java. The brackets that in mathematics you can say square brackets. So here it's called brackets. The small brackets you say in mathematics is called parentheses in the case of Java, in the case of any programming language even. The braces which you use for opening and closing for the classes and all, they are known as braces. So basically they are having some specific purpose here. Comma is also a special symbol here. Bracket, the opening and the closing brackets are used as array element reference. These indicate single or multi-dimensional subscripts in the array. In the case of parentheses, these are special symbols which are used to indicate function calls and function parameters. The braces These opening and ending curly braces marks the start and the end of a block of the code containing more than one executable statement. Comma is used to separate more than one statement, like for separating parameters in the function call, or wherever we are using this comma, it is basically a special symbol which we are using. I would recommend you to take some notes because it would be really helpful for you. The semicolon is an operator that essentially invokes something called an initialization list. So basically, if I am taking semicolon, like each and every statement of a program is terminated by a semicolon. So that is denoting that this statement is end now. Asterisk is used to create pointer variables, or even we can use asterisk when we are going to import something. So we can use asterisk for all. Like if you want to use import java.util.scanner, so we are taking scanner class from the util package. But if we are taking java.util.asterisk, that means we are importing everything from the util package. Assignment operator is the equal symbol which you use in the program. Next, coming towards the operators in Java. So basically, operator is a complete topic which we can discuss in some other lectures also, but yes, in some other video also I will discuss it completely, because you can see the list of operator. So but in the case why we are discussing it here, because you can see that tokens in Java is also containing operators. So the fifth token is operator, because operator is what? Plus, minus, multiplication, division. Any symbol, like any arithmetic, unary operator or relation operator which we are using, it is a small symbol or a token, a component which we can use in a program. So operators are used with the operands, like I am saying C equals to A plus B. So the variables or the identifiers which I am talking about, A, B, C, they are operands. But plus symbol, minus symbol, greater than, less than, these symbols are basically operators. So Java provides many types of operator which can be used according to the need, and like arithmetic operator, unary operator, assignment operator, relational, logical, ternary, bitwise, shift, instance of operator, precedence, and associativity. So there are different kind of operators, and the detailed operator, the detailed list and detailed discussion, I will create one more video. So stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe the channel. In this particular video, I'm just keeping till here only, and I hope you are sharing the videos with your friends. And don't forget to like, don't forget to comment. Just tell me that how the series is going, you are enjoying it or not. And also join the WhatsApp group. Like I have told you that in the description, the link of the WhatsApp group, the Insta page, the Fame Word Education of Facebook page is also there. You can just follow and like it. So you can stay tuned, and different informative things we share on the WhatsApp group and the Insta page also, Facebook page also. So stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe the channel. Don't forget to press the notification bell. See you in the next lecture. Take care.